Christopher Titus. And this is the Armageddon update. Well, we had another shooting. That's right. 7 dead shot at a beer factory in Milwaukee. Is there nothing sacred?
Don't think about beer. Don't think about beer. Don't think about beer.
But hell, shootings happen pretty much on the daily now, so it's not news, you know? It's just America, where you can die a ton of ways, bullet or virus. And we're Americans. Hell, we put the die in diabetes. The coronavirus has between a 2 to 14% kill rate. It's crossing our globe, and our president thinks that a warm spring will kill it.
Typically, that will go away in April. We're in great shape, though.
We have no agency to deal with a pandemic because the president fired everyone at the infectious disease center and didn't replace them. Have you read Stephen King's The Stand? Because you should. I mean, this time, though, read it as a survival manual. Do you realize that in the last 3 years, the abnormal has become normal? If Trump appointed Bigfoot to his cabinet, Pelosi wouldn't care it was a Yeti. She would want to know how much that Yeti contributed to Trump's campaign. And we got a bunch of old folks home nominees running for president on the Democratic side.
I fool them every time.
And no one's talking about the kids in cages on the border or climate change melting fucking Antarctica or why Bernie won't use hairspray. And why the hell is Bernie's wife on Russian television? What the fuck is going on? We have a president that has lied 15,000 times plus in 3 years and has at least 7 people doing jail time and 45 plus indictments because of shady crap they did for him. We are lost and nobody knows what to do to stop this guy. You know, there is no right anymore. I mean, when the president can keep his businesses and charge the government for him to stay in his own hotels. Yeah, did you know he was charging the Secret Service $2,000 to rent a golf cart? And why is the Secret Service golfing? You know, we're used to crap like giving his kids the top jobs in our government. And he put Mike Pence in charge of a deadly pandemic.
We're ready. We're ready for anything.
A dude that thinks you can pray away being gay. That guy's in charge of shutting down a worldwide epidemic. I don't think Jesus Take the Wheel is going to cover this. You realize that we are living in like this double evil Alice in Wonderland. We have all been locked in the Mad Hatter's sex room. We're all handcuffed, wearing leather strapped to the ceiling, ass presented. And the ball gag we're choking on tastes like fear and debt. And unless we fight back, it's going to get worse, people. Don't get used to it. When crazy becomes normal, what the hell does crazy look like? So, whenever Sweet Potato Hitler drops his daily 50 lies and fumbles around looking for a 2-syllable word to mispronounce.
Anonymous, really anonymous.
I want you to look away, call your congressman, read the Constitution, pack a bug-out bag, wrap yourselves in 4 layers of plastic, and get ready for the end of the world as we know it. I mean, or we could just vote him out in November. Can we make that happen, please? Remember when we had honesty and competence?
Facts, evidence, reason.
I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Hey everybody, Christopher Titus Podcast. Thanks for watching, listening, however you're doing it. If you're writing it down in cuneiform, thanks. Please subscribe to the channel. With me, as always, to the right, the lovely Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And across from me, the Highlander.
There can be only one.
Oh my God,
It's you.
That's me from one of my specials. There can be only one. I remember that. It was Nevolution, I believe.
You are correct, sir.
Yes, Nevolution.
What was it about?
I don't remember my jokes either.
It was like an ending to it might have been something about
I'm a Highlander. Yeah.
some invincibility.
Yeah.
It was foreshadowing for me.
And you had it. So when you had it, were you like, oh my God, that's right.
Oh, this is my ringtone. This is my everything.
That should not. That can be only one. That's a funny ringtone. Me saying it. So the world, the whole Armageddon update was about how everything is abnormal is now normal now. I said we are basically hiding out in the Mad Hatter's sex cave right now, chained to the ceiling, and strapped up,
which is not as fun
with
as
our anus presented. That's how it's going. Look, man. Yesterday we had the president who doesn't know how to say words that have more than 2 syllables, talking about a virus that's slowly taking over the planet, and he talks about it. Don't worry, in April when it gets warm, it'll go away. Really?
Yeah.
Will it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because heat. I think things incubate in heat, don't they? I don't really.
Mold.
Yeah.
Corona. corona,
Yeah.
coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Not just that, but he said that there was only one case, and that person was going to get better. 12 possible, 1 definite. That person was going to get better, and then we'd be at 0.
Right.
But the CDC had just said that there were 59.
During the same press conference.
Yes.
Here's what I don't get. The dude lies. We get it. Our president lies all the time. I get it. Okay. And here's the sad thing. We've accepted that as normal. Right. We've accepted he lies every day. Yeah. It's almost like it's like that crazy uncle, except your crazy uncle's not in charge of the fucking planet.
Right.
He's the most powerful guy on the earth. But he's not. Don't swear. No reason to swear. You're right. But he just keeps. He lied. The CDC got up and said, this is going to get bigger. There's going to be some part, they said shelter in your home. At one point, if it gets bad, shelter in your home. Make sure you have canned goods, get a bug out bag. And then Trump is like, we only have 1 case. No, hey.
It's just like the flu.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. Can I,
it's
to everybody that needs to hear this,
yep.
It is not just like the regular flu, because never in the history of flu have we had the same strain, the same exact virus, not mutated, the same virus pop up in like 38 countries across the world.
Right.
And have no...
And we have no immunity, no vaccine.
No vaccine for it, which he said we would develop within the next month. And the CDC lady behind him went...
Like, what?
Yeah, it takes a year and a half usually.
Yeah.
The best guy for vaccines, the best guy said, he was like Rachel Maddow's like, yeah, a year and a half at best.
Right.
If we're busting our
lucky.
ass.
Yeah.
If it's asses and elbows,
a
year and a half.
It's all overtime.
Yeah.
And,
Or they're going to develop some vaccine like they did with the smallpox thing for a while, and they just kept shooting it into people, and guys, like their arms were turning into bricks. They look like one of the Avengers, like their arm, like. So
Obama had set up
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
That's who I meant.
No idea.
For all you cartoon comic book geeks who are going to jump on, he wasn't the Rockman.
I can see the comments now.
Yeah. Dude, you don't even know what you're talking about.
You don't know Marvel.
Sure, you know a lot about the diseases and the coronavirus. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
None of whom are registered to vote.
Sure.
So Obama had 47 centers around the world that were put in place as preventative measures.
Right.
If any of these outbreaks started, that we were in place already with a team to contain it.
Contain it, investigate it, find out what it was,
Trump
and start dealing with it.
closed 37 of those.
So wait a minute. So Obama had set up this like international organization for basically harsh diseases, like because Ebola. Remember Ebola hit once or twice during Obama's thing, and they shut it down in Africa. You remember that? So SARS hit China. So it was working, right? So we had 47 centers. It was working. Obama's people got in there, shut it down, and Trump's like, we don't need that. Diseases are just diseases. You know what?
Yeah.
As long as we can all wait till spring, it'll be fine.
You would think that he's all about a show of power. So it would be like, we're going to knock this thing out. It's nothing. We got all these defenses.
He shut them all down.
But he's the opposite. He's like, it's nothing. We got this.
And he didn't replace anybody. That's the weird thing. He took the whole organization at the White House too and shut it down. Right?
Oh, so starting in 2018, Obama-era disease security programs, the admiral left abruptly, as many people do under this administration, and the entire global health security team was disbanded by the Trump administration. The same year, the CDC was forced to slash its efforts globally to prevent outbreak by 80% because funding for the program was cut. So at that time, the program opted to focus on 10 priority countries and scale back in all the others, including China. Also, he cut the Complex Crises Fund, which was a $30 million emergency response pool that was at the Secretary of State's disposal to deploy disease experts in the event of a crisis, founded by Hillary Clinton.
Wait, hold on. There's a pattern to why this shit got shut down. Do you see the pattern?
Overall, in 2018, Trump called for $15 billion in reduced health spending that had previously been approved several times.
By Congress.
He cut the global disease fighting budgets of CDC, the NSC, DHS, and Health and Human Services.
Do you know what he's like? He's like, it's like, remember how, if the old show Lucy, how Lucy would get into predicaments? He's like Lucy except with death. like death and crime. Like he just everything he tries is just okay. I'm gonna shut down all these disease places. What? We got a disease that no one can control? Fuck! Like how does he do everything wrong all the time? How's that possible?
Because he's not qualified, not educated, and an idiot. That might have been redundant, but I just wanted to reiterate.
So why is the coronavirus? Here's what I don't get. So
listen to his speech. I noticed you tweeted what I said today. What did he say?
It was. Oh man, what did he say? It was the two opposite words. He used in the same, right next to each other.
You just tweeted it.
He said,
and I think that this is where his brilliance lies. And by brilliance, I don't mean intelligence. I mean ability to lead a nation or a large group of dumb people that just need sound bites.
Yeah.
The dumb leading the dumb.
We are a nation. That's all we need is a soundbite. We need look. All our plans need to fit on a T-shirt. So your Armageddon plan should just be kill people and buy water. I think that's
fairly substantial.
He said it's fairly substantial.
Fairly substantial.
Because CDC, prior to him, the lady said substantial, and he said not substantial, not definitely substantial. The likelihood is fairly. Could be not.
But you can't. Substantial is something
this
that's
was
serious.
Me this morning. I was
serious,
like,
and then fairly is it could be.
Right.
So
right.
you took two words that mean almost the opposite thing and put them together, and then formed a sentence. You know what?
It's like mild AIDS.
Here's the thing about George Orwell. George Orwell wrote that book. Animal Farm, 1984. He predicted all this stuff. I just thought it was going to be some crazy, diabolical super genius. You didn't realize it was going to be a moron.
And all of the literature and all the prophets of old have all been just cherry picking little glimpses of it in our past.
Yeah.
But now with Trump, he's got everything condensed into one person.
Corruption. He's a moron.
Yeah.
He's illiterate.
If you listen
he's
to
got
vindictive.
no morality. He's vindictive. He's a bully.
Yep.
It's all in one dude.
But if you think about it through the filter of a narcissist, what he wants, it's all about how he looks. And if you put everything that he's done through that filter, he's a criminal, but everything in the aftermath is handled based on how he appears to other people. Right. So it's all a cover up. So this whole thing, he has turned the coronavirus, which is killing thousands of people, into an issue about the stock market. He said in that press conference yesterday that the Democratic debate was terrible. It's terrible. That they caused the Dow to plummet 1,200 points the next day, and it happened the day before.
Yeah, it was happening. He said, but that's his whole thing is that I have seen, so on Twitter, people will hit me back and be like, no, and they'll literally parrot exactly what he said. And you go, that's not what happened. Here's 10 articles. And then they just, and here's the next one. You know what, dude, you used to be funny. You know, when did you stop doing comedy? Yeah. Go back to comedy, loser. You don't know anything about politics. Okay, I just gave you facts. I know
just as much as you do.
Guy who got fired from his plumbing job.
But that's the thing. That's what's so embarrassing about that. When they say that, you elitists, you Hollywood, you guys need to just shut your mouths and dance or sing or do your comedy. And it's like, how then are you, with your crappy little timeline filled with political rants and news articles and retweets, how are you more qualified?
And why are we not allowed? Not me. Why are
you too? You're a singer. You're like,
that's true.
That's true. You're a musician, editor.
Was that it?
Just work in your Hollywood studio, elitist.
Right. What? So
please
we're not
don't
allowed
ever
to
come
talk?
to the Combustion Lounge. You guys think it's really cool. This is fake.
Only come on during the Prince party.
During the Prince party, it looks badass.
It was hilarious if something just fell down right now.
That was like you saying, I know where all four wheels are at all times. Reverse, bang, right into the garage door. Couldn't have timed it better. It was really a shining moment.
To my credit, I laughed really hard.
You did laugh really hard.
I didn't get mad.
But why are we not allowed to say what we feel? Why can't we have opinions?
Hey, fuck you, man. It's factual and accurate.
But here's the thing.
Why. When it's factual and accurate, you don't get to say what you want.
But here's the thing is that we are not saying that they can't. Do you ever notice that? Richard Marx, I was just seeing today, he's dealing with more people, and he's not saying, Bob the plumber can't, or Susie the Walmart greeter, or whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying that.
Right.
We're the ones being told that we can't. In fact, we had a radio ad exec that we worked with for years went on, didn't think I would see it, and was furious at us expressing
a couple
our
years ago. This is a political
views,
thing about
I
Trump.
happened to see it and then dug into those comments with some of his friends. It was really fun.
You know what's great with these people who support Trump with absolutely no evidence of why they should? They're so giving, understanding, and they listen well.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I find.
Yeah.
I find all the maggots, just they really dig spirited debate.
Right.
Yeah, and they don't
Civil,
they don't just civil
calm,
right. They don't just start
reasonable.
screaming at you.
Sure.
Tell you to F off. You know, you don't start calling your mom, dad name. You pedophile. They're good people to talk to. The arguments are very valid and very calm. It's almost like a UN debate.
And as it really is, and it's UN. They'd be like, how do I spell that? Y-O-U-E-W-U. You know what I'm trying to say. So don't listen to us. Let's just listen to the scientists that have devoted their whole lives to studying infectious diseases.
I know more than the generals. I know more than the scientists.
The generals who have run the military that he was never in. Or
the Federal Reserve, by the way, doesn't know what they're doing right now. You know, Obama had 0% interest rates. We don't have that. He said this on television. He said people are actually borrowing money in other countries and getting paid to borrow money.
What?
That's what he said.
Nigerian
Can I get
president
in on that?
is doing
Can I get it on that? I'd love to borrow. I'd like to borrow 1,000. You pay me 1,200. How's that working for everybody? Good.
Is he trying to work those deals? Is that him and his family?
said that out loud.
Was that today or yesterday? We heard that.
Oh, it was this morning. We watched
This morning,
it.
yeah.
This morning.
It's
I was
amazing.
writing. He actually he says stuff that is so outlandish. And what I don't understand is how the people keep, like, how dumb do you have to be? And that's right, people. I said it. How dumb do you have to be that after all these 3 years of fuck up after fuck up after fuck, literally,
Your son is in the house.
Oh, my
You're
son is
supposed
in
to
there.
be a better example than this.
right,
Jet?
after stuff that's not neato and not neato and not
you.
neato, he continues to just do it, and you still, and how do you still back him? Oh, me back a socialist? Yeah, he still has to get all those programs passed through Congress, and that ain't going to happen. But you got a guy that you're not going to hear about every 3 hours. We hear about Trump every 3 hours. He says something dumb every 3 hours now.
He says something wrong.
Yeah.
Like totally wrong, lying, wrong.
And then doubles down.
Even if, I mean, this is what, like, deductive reasoning and common sense have gone out the window. Like, what happened to all those adages of you are who your friends are? If you want to know a man, meet his friends, right? And we could go Roger Stone, Paul Manafort. We could just go
Michael
down the
Cohen.
list of 8 different people that have been convicted,
con men.
that are dead because they were running a pedophile ring on an island. Or, I mean, that's what it's mind-boggling. That's out the window. And then also, have you ever noticed that everyone around him is dumb? And knows nothing and or is bad, very bad, evil or corrupt, deep state. So the entire FBI, the entire CIA, who George Bush didn't have a problem with, right? I mean, let's skip Obama. Let's go to George Bush, right? He didn't have a problem.
Let's go back to Carter. Carter didn't. Basically the FBI and CIA did their job, and everybody on Nixon got Nixon out, right? Even the Republicans at that point had at least some morality. They were like, "Oh, yeah, you're a criminal, dude. We live in America. That won't stand." Then you had, so that was Carter. Then you had, who was after Carter?
I'm just
Reagan.
saying, but my point.
But Reagan didn't have this problem
That's
either.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
he's
saying.
acting like he's the only guy, and he's here to root it out. And somehow, as
And
our
HW didn't
white
have this-
Jesus, we've picked the dude with the toupee and the bad spray tan. I kept trying to adjust our television yesterday because we just moved, and I'm not kidding, because he had on a
adjust it to
pink
his face.
tie,
No.
and his eye circles were matching the tie, and his tan was so bright orange. And then Mike Pence came into camera, and I was like, oh, I thought it was that new TV downstairs.
No, because you can't turn the burnt umber up. He looks like an Oompa Loompa. He really does
but
look like
the
an
guy
Oompa Loompa.
who won't release his, school
Taxes,
transcripts or
medical
taxes or
records,
anything. That's the guy we picked.
Taxes, medical records.
Look, people, I'll give you a Republican. I'm fine with that. I voted Republican
with
many
that.
times in my lifetime. I'll give you a Republican.
Mitt
You
Romney.
submit your top
Sure.
3, and we'll all discuss.
We all have. I think we're all somewhere. We all have some conservative views and some liberal views, and some. It's all. Everyone's somewhere.
No, he's all liberal.
He's all liberal.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually not. I voted Republican 3 times in my
Triggered.
life.
This
There
is
you go.
what
That's
you
what-
always
there you go.
say.
You're a trigger.
Yeah, there
but
you go.
this was like before,
Well, let's talk about Bernie then, because Bernie's kicking butt. The more
segregation.
the more I dig into Bernie, the more I realize that it'll bankrupt the country. The more you dig into Bernie, you start to realize these are all great ideas, bro. They're great ideas, but how are we going to, if you look at the numbers and you figure out the plan and you realize, oh, that's going to cost us, what did someone said, 6 trillion or 60 trillion? His programs are going to be crazy. Now, that could just be political crap, but it does feel like there's a lot of free stuff coming and nothing's free, so we're going to pay for it. I just don't want Buttigieg. I want a guy who's at least 15 or 16 years old.
Okay.
You know what it's like right now? It feels like this
Out of control,
But
we're careening,
it's
like in an Indiana Jones movie. We're careening through like a mine and a cart doing 80 miles an hour with a young Asian kid screaming behind us. That's kind of what it feels
I don't
like.
think it has to do with age. Obama was young. I think it's weird that we've now accepted after this guy that anyone is qualified.
We all know we could do it.
But you can't, because he can't. Then that's what I'm saying. Recognizing that he can't, let's not lower our standards for what we want in a politician. I love that Buttigieg has military service. I hate every time he opens his mouth. I'm sorry. I can't. It feels like it's rehearsed. Like I wait for him to go after every line. Like it's enough. It's enough. Sit down, boy. Because
Let's go
all
with
you've
it.
done is be a mayor. Go get some more political experience. That's what I want. I want more. Elizabeth Warren.
We take a huge steaming dump on Republicans all the time. Let's go over the Democrats now, because Super Tuesday's next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Super Tuesday's next Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we've just talked about Buttigieg. I just don't. Mayor, I'm not sure he's qualified enough.
Bloomberg,
but he
mayor.
has more. He still has more government experience than Trump does. Bloomberg, by the way, ran New York City.
But that's
one
what
of
I'm
the
saying. You can't compare him to Trump.
biggest
Keep
cities in
your
the world.
standards where they
Right.
used to be, and look at people's political track records.
But Bloomberg's a left-leaning Republican, really. But maybe that's what we need. I mean, we're to the point now where any other time in history, Bloomberg would have run as a Republican.
So would Donald Trump.
Right. Okay. So
The only difference is Donald Trump is not a real billionaire and Bloomberg is, and
Right.
Donald Trump wasn't the mayor of anything.
and Bloomberg wants to stop guns and stuff. And like again, Bloomberg, if that's where we got to go for now, we got a guy that knows how to handle himself and fine. And yes, and all you people out there, yeah, but in 1986 he said this thing about. Okay, got it. We all changed. I said stupid stuff on my TV show and lost my TV show. I'm not that guy anymore.
And seriously, please don't go and dig up anything I said more than 8 years ago. Please. Thank God we didn't have Twitter or Facebook or
Oh my
anything
God.
when
What
I was
happened
in
8 years
high
ago?
school. Everything prior to
gave me-
that.
Oh,
No,
my
14
God.
years ago.
If I could have tweeted through high school and college, people would have
Yeah.
already found me and murdered me. I was a horrific human being. I was terrible. It was
Me too,
horrible.
actually. Me too.
well,
I was a terrific human being. Worse, longer than you though.
I don't mean.
I'm better now. I didn't become a good human
I
until I
don't
met
mean
you.
I was racist, or I don't mean that. I just mean
Irresponsible.
kids are idiots, right, Jet?
Yeah, as my son just agreed that kids are idiots.
Actually, he went, "Oh yeah, big yeah," and that's my point right there.
the bar is pretty high now to really. But what's the worst? You know, we've got the worst.
We got
going.
honestly anybody ham sandwich.
Yeah.
Alexa, Alexa could be president right now. Alexa, please come up with a international
Plan for
peace plan.
You must first sign up for the Amazon Prime Mobile Peace Plan membership.
Alexa, how do we stop a virus that's taking over the world?
I am sorry, I cannot give you that information. You must first sign up for the $9.99 per month billed semi-annually virus/peace plan.
Remember when 9/11 happened and they said duct tape all your windows?
Oh right.
Do you remember this?
Yeah.
They said,
Yeah.
they were saying that if they drop nukes, or a virus, use duct tape to cover your windows. That was their big
the duct tape
plan.
Yeah.
The big
Everyone
duct tape
was out
plan.
of duct
Remember
tape.
that?
Let's talk about
Yeah.
this. Okay. So I'm freaked out about the coronavirus.
You are freaked out.
I am freaked out not because I necessarily mind dying. I just don't want to suffocate. That's on my top 5. Don't want to suffocate to death.
Suffocate to erotic asphyxiation, though?
No.
That's just not today.
That's number 3. That's a little higher, actually. Bee stings.
You don't want a David
2.
Carradine out of this, bitch?
I can't even discuss number 1.
Oh my God, I don't even want to know.
But so they keep saying, you don't need the masks. The N95. So you want an N95. It's filters out 95% of particles, and you want the one with the respirator. Otherwise, it's really difficult to breathe.
Right. Yeah.
Wearing these, and so I've been trying to find them online, and they're sold out everywhere. First, people were price gouging, and now they're sold out. And I saw a guy saying that he works at Home Depot, and a guy came in and ordered $5,000 worth, and they had it shipped in.
That's what just happened to me. What was it, yesterday? I came in, speaking of building sets, we're working on some stuff in here, and I just went to the hardware store near my place, and I've never seen it before, but all the masks were gone. I'm like, oh, okay, fuck. Well, now what? And then we got a hardware store down the street from here. Yeah. So as I'm pulling up here, I'm like, oh, yeah, there's a hardware store. Check in there. And they're all out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? What the hell?
The little hardware store over here is out too?
The
Anawalt,
Anawalt. Yeah.
Well, so the guy last night on Rachel Maddow said, no, just if you're sick, wear them to keep it from coming out.
Shooting out.
And the medical professionals are going to need them, so don't buy them up. And I was like, wait, I thought you said they wouldn't help us.
You can follow
and
Stephen King's The Stand.
Particles can't get out would mean they can't get in, and we're supposed to just save them up for the medical professionals? I don't think so.
I'm getting a mask.
Where, though?
I have 2 places that you guys don't know about
Your
that'll have them that no one's thought of.
Okay, I bet I'll take your $50 bet that I won yesterday right back, because you never pay your bets, and I'll double down on that. You've never paid a bet in 14 years ever, and you know it.
I do pay my bets. How much do I owe you?
So much.
Oh, this is a fight. Let's go.
Come on.
He'll bet all the time, and he'll bet like conservative bets,
Yeah.
And so you think that it's payable, it's definitely going to happen, and it'll be one that I'm really proud of when I win. Never paid, not one. He's known for not paying his bets.
That is not true. Ask anybody I know.
Right, Jet?
No!
You don't pay bets.
I pay his bets. I pay
You
everybody.
don't pay bets.
Not to you.
You pay.
Just not to you. I pay everybody else. My buddy Rick, pay if I lose. I pay my bets if I lose.
What's your one with Rick? I forget.
We have
Because you haven't paid it yet.
No, I haven't paid it yet. But so the bet is $1,000, $1,000 that Trump loses. If I win, if Trump loses.
The only reason you'll pay Rick is because he'll show up with a gun. That's why.
No, he won't. He'll mock me incessantly. No, Rick,
which is
Rick's
way worse.
Rick's one of my good friends that to the point where if he just starts ripping on you too hard, you're like, all right, just shut up. Here's your money. Of course I'll pay him.
So I'm doubling down on that bet.
Okay.
That you won't.
I pay my bets.
N95.
Just not to my wife because I'm paying myself.
Respirators. N95 respirator masks.
N95 as respirators. So
not aspirators.
That's near the end of the coronavirus, the aspirators. So let's talk about this for a second. So everything we've heard or read, I've read Stephen King's The Stand. We've seen these movies, these outbreak movies. I knew from the second this happened that something was weird because what they're saying and what they're doing is so different. Like they're like in China, they're like, so at one point there was video of China where they had these giant like 4-foot hoses shooting antiseptic into the cities and turning it into a foggy city. I'm like, that's not the flu. They're trying to kill something, and they're freaked out. They did a lockdown in Italy. They locked everybody down. What else? Someone else has locked down. Oh, they just locked Japan. They've closed the schools for March.
Japan, the entire
not for March 5th through the 7th. For March, they've closed the schools. That ain't the flu. That ain't the flu. Yeah. So something got out. Here's what I think. People.
I have a stepbrother that lives in South Korea who's quarantined in his apartment.
In his apartment right now for 14 days, right?
No, indefinitely with his pregnant wife. Yeah. It's bad there, but also here. So yesterday Trump lied and said
so we had
12 cases, one
countrywide.
of which had actually contracted it. Yes, countrywide. as of today, that went up to 60 last night because we had the one in Sacramento that's now untraceable to anyone that's traveled.
Yeah, they found a dude
as
that
of
got
today,
it
just in California, they're now monitoring 8,400.
in one day. So it went from 60 people countrywide.
One in California.
One in California. A dude, by the way, who worked at a Starbucks, he worked at a coffee place, and he hasn't had no contact with anybody from a foreign country. He's had no contact with any. There's no reason why he should have it. Oh no, we're fucked.
I'm gonna shove this.
Here's the thing.
Away.
Here's the thing I have. I have this weird fatalistic thing. My life has gone the way it's gone, so I'm used to bad things happening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't panic over stuff like this. It will or it won't. This one, the tone of this whole thing has been so... It's just like, don't worry about it. It's fine. What are we doing? Oh, we've shut down in 3 entire major cities in the country. Oh, Venice is closed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
we closed Venice. No one can go outside in Venice. They're saying, and then the news starts, yeah, don't worry, it's no big deal. Oh, by the way, this is probably going to ruin the economy. What?
Yeah.
It's the flu, right? You keep saying this.
Right.
It's not the flu. So the flu kills, guys, listen up. Here's the stats. The flu kills 0.01% of people. 0.01%. That's
annually.
Annually.
Over
1%,
the course of a year.
1% of 1%. Okay. This kills 2%, and in Iran, it's killing 14% of the people that contracted it. So either it's mutated, changed.
In a week.
So it's either mutated, changed, and you got to remember, viruses mutate and change. If they don't get this under control, which we can't now because our president closed down the organization that controlled it.
But I want to be very clear about this point that you're making. He said yesterday the flu kills more people.
That's not true.
There you go. That's another wrong.
Annually. So far. This, in a week, less than a week in Iran, is killing 14%. Imagine at the end of a year.
They said that. Yeah, I mean, we may not have to worry about that Iran nuclear deal. What happened to Iran? It's empty now. We
sprinkled something
on it. We're building condos. Do you want to buy an Iranian condo? Because I don't touch anything. We need to get some wipes. We need to get some wipes before you move into the condo. Get some wipes.
The Iranian deputy health minister has now tested positive.
One guy died.
The higher up guy died. They had a meeting together in the same room, and now she's got it. I mean, the high up politician died. The guy who you would think would have the protection and the resources and the notification, and nope. They've shut down. They've locked down in Italy, hotels in Spain, a ski resort in Austria.
How awesome would that be? By the way, guys, you're locked down in the ski resort. Oh,
everybody calls in.
Hey, guys, I'm locked in. I can't.
Got the CV up here.
Got my mask on. Shh.
Nestle canceled all flights.
Nestle,
the company, canceled all of their flights for their employees.
Private?
No, going to China and going to Europe and places like that. They've stopped all travel.
So it's not the flu, guys. This ain't the flu. Whatever this is, they don't know where it came from, how it came about. They don't know what it is. It's someone put out a graph yesterday of SARS, Ebola, MERS, and coronavirus. And for a while, MERS and Ebola kind of beats it. And then if their lines flatten out and go away, where the coronavirus just keeps going up, this bell curve goes crazy because it seems to be quite virulent. Virulent? Is that right? Mm-hmm. I said it right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. California public schools, yay! So happy.
You said it very well.
I'm a good boy.
Very proud of you.
Yeah. People, we are to a place now. We already can't believe our government because the president lies constantly. We can't believe anybody that works for the president. Now we're going to take what they say about this disease that's killing people and infecting. We went from 60 cases in California. Or not even, countrywide, right, from what the CDC said, to 8,400 a day later in California alone. The dude that got it in California got it without having any connection to anything, to China.
They did a community trace of and they couldn't find anyone else in the community that had it, anyone that he had come in contact with, which they said, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's I hate when the experts go, We don't know. It's like, no, please. We've trusted you. We've paid you.
It's your only job.
I don't know.
You know, when they went to fly those people home that Trump, they said approved, and then he acted like he was so mad about it, that they sent the Health and Human Services workers with no protective gear, no face mask. They were in no way protected. The CDC said that they should not fly on an enclosed flight with all of those sick people home. They did anyway. And so now they have it. Didn't you see that? That came out today.
Here's what so I've been in, so let's talk about the disease for a second. And you should look up coronavirus. I've been around people that had the flu, and I didn't get the flu. I've been around people that had,
Do you get the flu shot each year?
No.
Oh, okay.
I do not. I think it's because a lot of people die from the flu shot. So I'm not. I'll roll the dice, but I'm not gonna screw the odds up in my favor. I'm pretty healthy. I think I'm pretty healthy. For some reason, this thing jumps people really fast. Yeah. Right. For some reason, this thing is moving. Yeah.
There's enough markers and that are scaring the officials. But then the politicians are, it's like a movie. It's like we're in a movie.
We are in the beginning. This is the
Outbreak,
first,
whatever it is.
This is the first third of Stephen King's The Stand.
Yeah, right.
This is the first third of it, when all hell is breaking loose. Do you think that maybe it got loose from a lab in Wuhan? Is there Chinese biomedical labs in Wuhan province? Is there? We should check that out.
I don't know. I was just looking up some of that news that I was just talking about. More than a dozen workers from the Department of Health and Human Services is now seeking federal protection. The whistleblower. A whistleblower came out today. That's what it was. Did you see that?
No.
I saw this on Twitter on my way over here, and that's why I was trying to remember what it was.
Thank God. Facts.
Well,
thank God, Twitter.
I found it. It's all over. It's CNN, everyone, Fox, everyone's reporting it. A whistleblower came out, I believe, and has since been fired from the Department of Health and Human Services, is now seeking federal protection, telling that these workers that were sent to get the Americans evacuated from Wuhan, these workers were given zero training in infectious viral diseases and were not given any protective gear. And so the whistle.
So why was the person
sounds like
fired?
guinea pigs. It sounds like guinea pigs, doesn't it? It sounds like they sent somebody to see how this thing was spreading.
Yes. I'm just saying. I mean, are you checking on Twitter?
Yeah, I was going to see. Twitter is where
it's
America
all over.
happens.
It's out.
We need a little ticker tape. We need a little.
Washington
Twitter
Post. 3 different major papers reported about this whistleblower as of this morning.
You know what I think you should do? I think no one knows how to cure this or stop it. I think you should eat meat.
It's the cure-all.
You can't do that. You can't do these. I'm sorry, we have to keep moving.
I can't do ambush.
Vetoed.
Do you know why you really suck at it? Because who would want to segue?
Valid point. That's a valid point. That's right. By the way, let's go to my publicist. Really has a handle on how to actually
intentionally wasn't doing that segue.
Whoa,
Speaking of gross biological things,
you should contain your gross biological things in your MeUndies.
Stop it. So what do we do? So I guess
I'm just saying you are quarantined. Here's what you need, and this is a true account. MeUndies. So you came into the bedroom 5 days ago or so, and you said to me, MeUndies sends us samples.
I got these Christmas pants. My Christmas pajama pants.
Modal sleep pants, and they sent red plaid. They sent us matching ones. Both were in his drawer. He found mine a couple days ago, and I begged him to please put them on, which usually you will.
I
do
did
stuff
put them
like
on once early on when I got them in December, and I was like, these seem kind of tight. And she couldn't answer me because she was hysterical, lying in bed, laughing so hard and pointing at my beautiful round orbs of a butt being stuffed into these tiny Modal pants. So you thought that was hilarious.
I do.
And then I put on mine. I was like, oh,
so
right.
he came into the bedroom like 5 days ago or so after the shower, and
you
he
could
had
tell what
on
religion
these
I was.
pants. And and he said, you know what? Quite frankly, you could get rid of all the rest of my pajama pants and just get me a bunch of these for the next holiday. And so I went online yesterday looking at what they have, and it's quite a smorgasbord.
Is it?
Prints and patterns and colors. He's obsessed with these pants. They're long enough, which never happens.
So MeUndies. Oh, you like MeUndies, right? I know you like MeUndies.
And you're going to be quarantined. What better to be
yeah, you
comfortable
need
in?
more
Lay around in
pajama
pajamas.
pants,
There you
mowed
go.
out, and they're cool. And these are long. I'm tall, so I have a problem. And the ones they sent were so long. People, we're not kidding about MeUndies. We don't keep advertisers that we don't use. Honestly, the best sleepwear I've ever had, and I've switched on my underpant. I only wear the MeUndies now. I've actually.
That's what I do. I have MeUndies,
Yeah.
and whenever I'm like, pull out the underwear for
Yeah.
sleeping, I'm like, it's going to be a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Well,
these.
you're never
No
going to choose the other one. You had 2 stacks
Your
of an
drawer.
activewear brand, and then these, and you got rid of all of them last week before we went on the road. You threw them in a TJ Maxx bag and threw the bag at the bottom of the stairs, which Rosa took yesterday. I think she's going to be
Good.
surprised that it's all men's underwear.
No, and there's socks too. But
Used socks. I'm pretty obsessed with their socks. Footy socks. You guys got to try them. They're so
MeUndies,
good.
we have to all agree that MeUndies kick ass. How can we get
MeUndies kick ass, and the socks don't slip down inside of.
'Cause they have
my
a tiny
high
bit of
tops and
silicone
stuff.
in the
they
inside.
Put silicone inside. They're awesome. You can get 15% off your first pair, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee. It's your first order. MeUndies.com/Titus. MeUndies.com/Titus, and you can also get buddy bands now. I looked at this yesterday, so the buddies can match our pajama pants. They have the prints.
Honestly, I will say this. I will be happy to be on my deathbed in comfortable MeUndies.
What?
I'd be like, we're dying from the coronavirus, but man.
No, see, you did it again.
Except
no.
for this fever and body aches, I am so
Feeling great. I feel
awesome.
great.
Except for pooping out my liquefied organs.
Everything below.
This is amazing. Because
Still
honestly,
feels great.
that's the only way you could make that any better. Really.
So-
Thanks for that. No more segues
So
from
what
you.
do we do? I guess we're going to Costco with everybody else.
Going to Costco today.
We're going to get all of our water. and
Asian
stuff.
people at my nail place, I consider them to be a little more expert on the subject. Told
Why?
me
Because they all have masks
What'd they
on?
tell you?
need the mask and need to go today and stock up on water and canned and jarred food. He said spaghetti sauce. That's what he told me. And
Did he say it like that? How do you say it?
And he said his name's Aaron. He has 2 husbands. Still don't know how that works out. It's pretty awesome.
You want 2 husbands?
Two
No,
Right.
that it works out.
Right.
But it's 3 dudes, so they're probably like, "This is the life.
yeah.
This is amazing." Well, it's awesome until
To what?
Everyone's in the same MeUndies. Is that what?
Yeah, is that what you meant? I don't know. It just looks like a traffic jam. That's all.
until Christmas.
It just looked like a traffic jam with it until what?
Anyway,
Get this guy off my ass! That's a traffic. What?
it's not how it works.
Very subtly.
If
It's
you're-
not how it works.
No, sorry.
They do. They do.
Anyway.
Can you believe it?
No, he said 50,000 people got out of China when the first news broke, when that ophthalmologist was like screaming, trying to tell people that it was
The
coming.
guy who they actually went on.
Who died.
Yeah, who died, but China thrashed him before he died.
Yes. He said that about 50,000 people they think left undetected, like just got out of the country.
Before they could lock it down. Mm-hmm. Shit. Well, I'd like to welcome you to the last podcast. Guys, just to let you know, we're going to hold it together. By the way, no matter how bad this gets, if this turns into The Stand, we're going to keep doing this. Cut to 4 weeks from now. Everybody, that's good. That's the Armageddon.
I love that he'll still be doing the Armageddon update. even though he's
Trump's an idiot. Just keep saying it.
Harry's razors.
Harry's razors.
No.
No one's using razors anymore.
No, it's not going to be fun. There's nothing.
By the
it's
way,
not-
I will say that during this whole time,
I don't want to fly next week.
we have to. We have a job to do.
No, we don't have to. Oh, no, we don't, Mr. Man. I don't know that one. I thought that would sound.
Well, this week we're
I
home.
thought that would make it definitive.
Here's the great thing about
We're not
me.
doing merch lines.
We're not doing merch lines for a minute. We don't want to, because actually, if you think about it, when I shake everybody's hands and talk to everybody, I'm kind of patient zero to everybody
Right.
down that line.
Right.
So if someone does have, so we're saving you people. So we're going to be at the Brea Improv this week, guys. Come down to the show. The new show, Carrie Monsters, is really getting good. I've added some new jokes to it. I rewrote some stuff.
The audio is going to sound a lot like this.
Let's do the mask, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody doing this? If you can see it.
Suicide.
It's going to have a little Darth Vader-y vibe to it.
It already does when you
Shut
do
up. Stop it.
Shot down. Yeah, Brea Improv tonight when this comes out.
Tonight,
through Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday, right?
Two
and then
shows,
next
two
week
shows,
we're
one
going to
show?
be playing.
Maybe. Could be.
No, we have
Fingers
to.
crossed.
Have to. We're going to be playing the Hollywood, Florida brand new club.
Hard
Improv,
rock.
Hard Rock. Yeah,
Seminole Hard
it's a
Rock.
hotel. Bring it up. It's a hotel shaped like a guitar.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
That's fun.
You have a picture of it?
I like that you're like coronavirus, blah blah, but the hotel is shaped like a guitar.
Do they have a picture of it?
Can you imagine what the
I'm gonna put the
nuts
picture of it
look
up.
like in the mini bar?
I know, right? Imagining everything in there is shaped like a guitar.
Yeah.
The toilets
like a music
shaped
museum.
like a guitar.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Walk into the strings.
You have to poop through
Play a
the
song.
strings.
Yeah.
It is shaped like a guitar.
Is
Well,
that really it, or is that just is that a rendering of it? This will be on the screen.
Do I look like I know? There, the Guitar Hotel Light Show.
Wow, that really does look like a guitar. No, they didn't half-ass it. That's a gutar.
I don't want to stay in the guitar. I'll stay in the.
Why don't you
want
want to stay
amp.
in the guitar? In the is it amplifier? Where are you staying? Oh, third floor, Marshall amp. I'm on this side. It's a Marshall.
Much safer than the guitar. I don't know. It's Florida. You don't know what carnies
don't-
put
Right, right.
that together.
How many cousins put that together?
carnies?
Carnies, cousins of carnies. Yeah, because the carnies had a real job.
True.
The guys that couldn't make the carny, because hey, we're on the road with these rides. You got to go build the guitar hotel, shaped like a guitar. That's pretty cool. Hold on, tooth fell out. All right, I'm going.
You better find some masks today,
I'm getting threatened. Did you-
Johnny
Yeah.
Optimism. You better find
I'm
them.
not Johnny I'm Johnny Fatalist. I get that this is going to happen. There's already 3,000 people have died from this thing. It's going worldwide. It's increasing, which means it's changing. Could be. I don't know. You're a virologist. Maybe you guys will know better. But
So wait, they're saying if you have it or if you're sick, then wear a mask. But if you're not sick, then
Just catch it from other people who are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope for the best.
The weird thing is, Rachel Maddow said something last night. She said that kids aren't getting it, children aren't getting it, which is weird. Old and sick people are getting it and dying.
Mm-hmm.
People that are healthy are getting through it like the flu, but it is bad.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till it infects my lungs.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going on antibiotics to get rid of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep fighting the virus. It's supposedly a bad flu, but it's a really bad flu.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you think about it, it kills 20 times more people than a regular flu.
Yeah.
20 times more people. So if 2%, let's average it out. Let's say Iran's not right and it's not 14%. Let's say on average it comes out to 3 to 4%. Well, 4% of the world population is
That's what I was just trying to do, but my calculator won't.
yeah,
go that
4%
far.
of the world population is a lot. So you take 7 billion people. Okay, guys, hi, Christopher Titus does math. Ready?
Oh, please.
7 billion. That's 70 million, 700 million, 7 billion. Times. Let's go 3%. Let's just go 3%.
Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah,
I just
got
did 2%.
3%. So 210 million people. I think I talked about this a couple
Where
weeks ago.
did you get that?
Well, 3% of 7 billion is 210 million people dead.
Oh, you did 3%.
Yeah,
Okay.
the 3%.
You went up.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So much better if you go 2%, because
Yeah.
then it's only like
Mm-hmm.
140 million people dead.
What's on the Georgia
I don't have the
Guidestones?
time for the funerals, to be honest with you. If I survive this,
Oh.
I don't have the time to go to the funerals. 140 million people dead.
That's like my grandma. She's 86 now. When she was here visiting last time, 3 people died. 3 funerals while she was gone.
I think it was a setup and she was here for an alibi. I think she's an 86-year-old assassin that takes out people that need to get taken out. And she plans it for her vacations.
She quit Weight Watchers, so she's doing weigh-ins. She told me this morning at her.
Weigh in.
She's getting on the scale at her beautician, which I said on stage was in a garage, and she got indignant and said, "It is not a garage. It is an enclosed carport."
Oh,
So
That's true.
and I'm like,
okay.
No.
Grandma kills me.
And then she went down this whole list. She lost 3 pounds. I called him and told him, because sometimes I just sit and listen to her in my car and wonder and think I should record this so you guys can hear it.
She is a wonder.
She's happy. That's what she attributes her long life to, is that she just doesn't let things bug her. Sometimes it makes her seem a little cold, but for the most part, she just flows right by things.
Or shuts it down.
Or
Okay,
shuts
I want
it
to talk
down.
about that.
Click.
Gone. It's just gone.
Yeah.
Damn, Grandma. The house is Grandma.
That's what she's learned to do, because she's been bitten by trying to entertain different sides of stuff. And so she told me that she was in anticipation of my arrival, because I'm supposed to go there for 2 weeks. And I said something about, can I stay that long? And she said, partner, please. That's what she wants me there. Yes, that I'm her riding buddy. And
But also she needs the alibi that
she's not a murderer.
When all these people died.
She was so excited she lost 3 pounds. She weighed herself in the enclosed carport at her beautician's when she was getting her snowball perm. And Miss Wanda is the one that told her best travel tip, that was from 1963, was to take a giant diaper safety pin and Ziploc baggie safety pin her credit cards to her bra, which got Grandma detained in the airport, and she had to take her bra off, and she almost missed her flight to come out to see us, because Miss Wanda hasn't flown post 9/11.
It does sound a little like Alias kind of code. Like she's like, my beautician.
So she told me she had lost 3 pounds.
Did she do beautician? Yeah, I did.
She's trying to lose weight for me to get
Go on
there,
vacation.
because she's going to gain it back. And she goes, and I gained it right back today. Do you know? I do not know how. And I said, well, what? Well, I had to make a cake. And I just thought, here we go. And she goes, and Glenda said I should make it before Lent. So I had to sample the cake. So I had a piece of the cake when I made the cake, and then I froze the rest of it, but I had 2 more pieces. And then last night I had 2 half cups of ice cream, which is just 1 cup. I was like, what?
I love the long way to,
Of getting to
half cup. You served half cup.
2
half
half
cups,
which
Oh, that's
is
not
just
like
a cup. I don't
and
know.
then tell you that it's that's 1 cup.
She's basically had half a cake.
She now gained the weight back.
How'd I gain that weight back?
And she's baffled by it. When she was going to Weight Watchers, she would go when I was visiting and weigh in, and she would, like, for lunch eat, a casserole, and then always have to have something sweet. And so then she would eat a big piece of cake and then go to her Weight Watchers weigh-in, taking off all her jewelry on the way out of the house, like not using too much hairspray, and come back dejected every week because she would have gained weight at the new weigh-in. And I'm just looking at her like it's not connecting. These things are not coming together.
It's only 2 half cups of ice cream.
Yeah.
And she
It's only
goes
3
to
pounds.
the gym.
Yeah.
She
It's
goes
always
to the
plus or
gym
minus
3
5.
times a week.
Wow.
And I've seen what she does in the gym.
Oh, is it like one of those videos you see? You see like
Oh, no,
someone's
she's
holding the bar going like this.
Yeah, right.
No, she takes
Yeah.
the lat pull down machine,
Yeah.
stands away from it, doesn't sit on it, straight arms it with no weight on it.
Oh, no weight, and just goes.
And moves it. Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Flutter kicks
Yeah,
with
yeah,
her arms
yeah.
really fast. She did that in the gym here, and a trainer there that I knew tried to help her, and Grandma apparently said to her, "That's not how we do it." And so that trainer came over to me with my trainer, not knowing it was my grandma,
awesome.
and goes, "This bitch old lady over here." And Amber, my trainer, was like, "That is her grandmother." But that's not how we do it in North Carolina.
He said B word. Wait, did I get that story right?
We do plyometric lat pull downs in North
Doesn't
Carolina.
matter. Had it not been her grandma, she'd have just nodded. I know, that crazy
Right,
bitch.
right,
Yeah,
right,
it's
right.
It's not nice because it's somebody's grandma. You always have to be thinking
It's
that.
somebody's grandma.
It's somebody's grandma.
Plus, she didn't want anybody telling her how to work out because she was kind of checking out this other man in the gym that she fancied because he had a full head of hair, which apparently...
And he was on that rubber band.
yeah, exactly.
That one.
With the headband.
With the weights.
Apparently, that's what it comes down to when you get that age, though, is a full head of hair. It's
I like
like
that you
having
just keep
Donald
low.
Trump this long, and now we're like, but we could just have someone that knows how to say reciprocal.
Yeah, without having...
That would be fine.
What did he say yesterday? He got a new word. You said there was a new word. he
Okay,
got.
this makes
I've
me
never
insane.
seen a
you
dude...
guys listen to him.
When he gets a new word, he just starts being... He got reciprocal. He messed reciprocal up
No.
for a while. Then he got it to where he got it down. He go, the tariff's got to be... reciprocal. He like lays it out like I see
like
how
rehearsed
smart
it,
I
like,
am.
I'm gonna get this
he
one.
Looks like he said something really cool.
This is the thing he does now all the time. He did it twice in the press conference yesterday, as they call it. And then he looks around like he said, so he said, ready, willing, and able. That's what they call it. And then does his lips out and preens, and everyone's like, that's not even a thing. What do you, just move on. Then the other thing he goes, the 13 original people to contract the virus, or as I call them, the original 13.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, do you get why his friends are all criminals and just miscreants? Because I mean, Jeffrey Epstein and it's all these guys that have either raging scumbags or need to be around someone who's got money.
We're feeling like
something on.
I think this is what a third world countries feel like.
Normal. Well,
we're like the richest third world country now.
The only difference now is they haven't shut down podcasts and they haven't shut down the news yet. But that's coming. He's starting that. He's actually saying he sued CNN. He sued CNN already.
He made a comment in that rally in Colorado about maybe we're just going to have to shut them down, and points them out in the audience. Fake news. There they are. Fake news. And the whole crowd is going nuts. And he goes, maybe we're going to have to shut them down in my next term, or the one after that, or the one after that. Who knows how long? That's something he's getting very comfortable with saying.
Yeah, he's saying all the time now. Well, you know what he's doing? He's one of those guys. You ever had a friend like this that will start saying crazy stuff? And then they get more, the more they said it, it's almost like they think someone else told them it. Yeah. So they say it more and more and more and more and more. I've had relationships that were like that. My ex said stuff to me where she'd be like, say it. And I'd be like, that sounds crazy. Then she would keep saying it. Next thing I know, it was happening. And I didn't know what that was going, you know what I mean? I think that's what he's doing. He keeps saying it. He said, or about 2024 or 2028. 2032, 2036, and I'm like,
and then Ivanka, wouldn't you like Ivanka?
How come no one has dealt with this dude? Like, and so we are at a place where, here's the thing, I put a lot of faith in. There's some people on the news that I actually think are pretty honest. I think Rachel Maddow's honest. I think I think CNN has some honest people. Shep Smith on Fox News I thought was real honest, but they got rid of him. He was honest, like to the point where when a conspiracy came up against the president,
he had a meeting with Barr.
Yes.
Remember?
Yeah, but he would go. But Shep Smith would at least go, "Hey, this whole thing with uranium one, like we didn't give uranium to the Russians. That's not what happened. Right. 8 energy organizations in the government signed off on it. No, none, 0. You idiots that believe this. 0 uranium was given to Russia from America. 0.
Even
0.
Shep Smith said that, and after he said that, Barr had a meeting with the dude at Fox, and Shep Smith disappeared.
And Shep Smith quit. He actually resigned.
NDA.
So there's people that I trust, and Rachel Maddow said something last night. She's getting, you said it last night, she seems a little rattled tonight. Something's going on between the coronavirus and how the government's kind of becoming a banana republic, that she's getting worried in a way that scares the shit out of me. She's getting worried in a way that, you got to remember, this is someone who studied politics. She's written like 7 books. She gets it. She's done the research. This is how countries fall. People don't get that. Guys, you don't get that. The country, Hitler didn't come in one day and shut it all down and build camps. That's not what happened. He started as a political guy. It started in, 1926, 27, and it went. And by 1933, shit was getting crazy. 34, 35, 30. It took a decade. Yeah. And
he was the end result.
Yes.
Of it. Yeah.
But it wasn't. People keep thinking, it's no big deal. Someone said this to me yesterday. So like, oh, come on, man. It's not going to be. Come on. What can they honestly do? It's not a big move. It's just shaving it. It's taking a planer to our morality. Just taking a planer to our integrity, to our honesty,
just to
our
what
health.
We're used to.
To our health. Yeah.
It's just to what we're used to. I mean, you look at the things that you can see in the news daily, and it's like, oh, that's not as bad as the other thing. We're like abuse victims.
Yeah, right.
What do we see? 7 people got shot in that yesterday.
In Milwaukee.
So in Milwaukee, at the Coors plant, a guy got fired, shot and killed 5 people and himself, or 6 people and himself.
6 people.
6 people and himself, because he lost his job. We didn't used to be like that. We just accepted it. So, and here's the thing. It barely made the news. Yeah. We are now having mass shootings where it barely made the news.
Sorry, It was 5 people and himself.
5, so 6 people total.
Yeah.
So and here's the thing. When it's under 20, we're kind of like with the shootings now. We're like, thank God it's under 20. So it wasn't like Vegas.
Oh, we're getting used to. Yeah.
Oh God, it's under 20. Yeah. Okay, all right. As long as it's under 20, we're good. That's why I wrote the Armageddon update. We are so
conditioned,
abnormally okay with abnormal now. We're
Right.
okay with it being dead wrong.
All of this podcast is so dark and heavy. I'm like trying to find. I was gonna segue out of Grandma with an ad because that was lighter, and you ended it. You started saying something. Now you're on people are dying and being shot. I can't. How can I need you to talk about puppies every 15 minutes.
Can we do that? Let's change it up because we happen to have two of the best puppies in the world. So Groucho, I will say this. Our little dog, Groucho, I'm to the point now where I want to take his batteries out. I just want to take, not all of his batteries, just one. If I could just pull one battery so he was slower. This dog will not leave us alone. And he's got the bark that will break glass a block away.
Quack.
He's gay, quack, quack. He just barks at you. And then he'll come up, and he doesn't just drop a toy in front of you. If you don't pick it up, he will come... Whack, 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 whack. He just hit you with the toy repeatedly.
I was on my computer last night, and it was so sweet because he'll place it right here on me, and so I can't move anymore without. And then he'll back up really fast, and his tail will go. It's the sweetest. I don't want to take any batteries out, and this is after playing with him all morning outside.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
not
sun.
like he didn't get exercise. He just keeps coming.
It's almost like the more he gets, the more he wants. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
It's not a good positive trend that's happening with him.
How did they deal with the groomer today?
They didn't get groomed. The groomer went to our old house. They're coming tomorrow morning.
Did you tell the groomer that we moved?
She's been there already to the new house.
Oh,
Well,
right.
That's
And now
okay.
we know why certain people are groomers.
No.
Because she's good with dogs. She's just not good with directions. She's what? That's why you become a groomer, because you're awesome with dogs. That's why she's not making maps.
So she's not a cartographer.
Can we just
She
talk
will
about...
not be a cartographer at all. So grooming. The dogs got groomed.
Sure, I'll segue into Harry's from that.
Yes! I'm trying to set you up for the ambush advertising. Yes.
Because they get their bellies shaved because they pee on themselves or each other.
No, they pee on each other. Our
Yeah.
dogs are the dumbest dogs. So one will go
not
lift its
dumb.
leg on a tree. The other one will stick its head under its penis.
He's
and go,
smelling it.
What's going on with you? I guess we're going to pee here. Yeah, it's on my head. Oh, that's good. Whatever. The dumbest dogs I've ever seen.
They're really smart. You just don't know what their standards are in
they're
the
really
dog world.
They just
Or
have
what they're
fetishes.
into. Yeah, I was gonna say, that's
they
what
just
they're
have-
into.
It's a fetish at this point. Our dogs are just weird. They're California dogs, bro.
Are they Russian?
Yeah, don't
Amen.
judge me. Call me, and I'm cis. I'm cis Yorkie.
I shopped on Harry's yesterday too. That's the thing about the ads that we take that we actually do use.
Yep.
The people that we. So yesterday I was on
I was
MeUndies. I
panicking
was
for it.
on Harry's.com.
I was panicking for a new blade.
I
the other
went
day.
on Harry's because when we were on the road, we were down to the "Can I use your blade?"
Oh,
him
yeah.
use my blade situation, and I instantly panicked and I was calculating. Okay, here's how long it would take to get to us. Okay, I can do 2 day. I did 2-day shipping. You can do overnight shipping, but I'm trying to just keep the shakes down to a minimum.
Can I say this? And I want them there too because you maintain your lovely, long, luscious legs so well that velvet. So you women out there, get Harry's for that reason. Your man will be like, how the hell do your legs feel like this? That being said, my face feels like her legs. Sometimes my face is on her legs.
Ooh, but
That is.
Look at the face.
Here's
Cut
what
to
happened.
that
Here's what
face.
happened. Squeak, squeak, squeak. That's the noise. Squeak, squeak, beep, boop, beep, boop, boop. 'Cause it's so smooth from Harry's razors.
You're really never going to get hired to do ads for anyone. Between Harry Hitler and the coronavirus.
We did that
The
twice.
you did not. Everyone, please tweet angrily at him and tell him how many times estimate he did Harry Hitler.
I did not. It was not. It was just. It was
Do you
a
wanna
bad. It was a
bet?
bad idea. It was a bad idea
Do you
at the
want
time.
to bet?
You don't do it.
Oh,
Yes.
Here we go.
Yeah. It was. It was basically Hitler had a brother.
We know.
Okay. Got it.
But do you want to bet?
Well, it was because it was a
No.
German. Look, Harry's has a German factory that has 5 blades.
I
and,
know.
And they build the best racers you've ever seen.
Anyway,
I can attest to that.
They
they've
do
got
build the
all
best
these
rices
cool
ever.
things
Yeah.
on their website now. They've got a new scent for men's body wash and soap and all that.
Okay.
It's pretty sweet. They have travel sizes of those now. They've got the face wash. I don't know. We're not even supposed to promote those. I just like them so much. So right now you can get $5 off a trial set at harrys.com/Titus for new customers. You get the 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and travel cover. Just go to harrys.com/Titus.
And that was ambush advertising.
It kind of wasn't. It was really sad. It was
Well,
sad.
you're not being good at
How's
finding
yours?
a wall.
You got
I
the
was just
trial
checking.
set.
Yeah, I shaved.
So you just shave your
I
neck.
shave.
And your head too.
I used to have to shave twice to keep a clean shave. Yeah. It comes in quick. I'd have to shave twice a day.
Yeah, you have that Yeti
Twice
face
a
on.
day.
Yeah, I definitely have Yeti. I'm a Keddy.
Yeah, he could just walk in and just there's people like that. I'm
one
it
of
takes me
them.
6 days.
Do you
to get
shave your
anything.
head with a razor or a
No,
buzzy
just like
razor?
clippers. Yeah,
But
but I
you-
shaved my neck like a couple days ago, and
Yeah.
and it's not terrible right now. It's still pretty close.
It's because the razors are so sharp. They cut so close that it lasts.
Yeah.
Used to, I'd have to shave my legs 5 times a day.
Yeah. No, you can feel it, and it's not like you were saying. You knew that your razor was getting pulley. Like these are just
Yeah.
like, and for me, it'll catch on something always, but not these. It just went,
Yeah.
and it was gone.
Pretty awesome. Right. What do you want now? Why are
And
you
now, from
staring
sea
at
to
me?
shining sea, continent to continent, and sometimes space, it's Bombshell Ray bringing you the Bombshell News.
Count Benface, who is a self-proclaimed fearless space warrior, has announced his plans to run as mayor of London. He has run against...
This is a person or a character?
Count Benface.
It sounds like a bump,
he wears,
like a
no,
muppet.
no.
Yeah.
He wears a bin, as they
Oh.
call a garbage can, for his
Oh,
head
bin.
and his
Oh, I
helmet.
see.
He ran against Boris Johnson. He ran against Theresa May. He said before he was Lord Buckethead, when he ran against
Lord,
Theresa
I remember
May.
Lord Buckethead. Now,
And
what's his name changed to?
Count Benface.
Count Benface.
He's now
Okay.
throwing his bin into the ring because the race needs shaking up, he said. He says it's the greatest city on the planet. I call it the Earth capital.
Okay.
As such, it needs
he's gonna ask
people
us, he's
from
about to-
outside the Earth to pay its dues. Mayor of London, this is direct quote, is a fantastic title in itself, and as someone who already has a title, it suits me down to the ground.
This guy's a flat earther for sure.
I like this guy. He's awesome. You know what? Because you can't even be funny to vote for like someone you think's a joke now. Because everybody really thought Trump was a joke.
Yeah.
He tried to run before he won, and he got kind of booed out of it. He got laughed out of it.
Yeah, but this guy might be like.
He has a GoFundMe. He made it for 1,600 pounds. It's already raised that money. So.
Is he making like a political comment about just how silly this is and how the
I think that's
process
why he's
is?
doing it.
Because
I
that's
think
kind
that's
of a
what it is.
meta.
Yeah, he's got a garbage thing on his head.
Yeah, he's like,
yeah,
this is
that makes
this is-
sense. Yeah,
this is
politicians
all
are all
bullshit.
garbage. It's
Yeah.
all bullshit. Basically, I'm in garbage.
Yeah.
I am garbage, like all other politicians. That makes sense.
My head's full of trash.
Yeah.
and you're trash.
He's at Count Benface if you want to go see what.
Go to @CountBinface and tell him to come to my show.
Because you know he's like totally cool too.
Yeah, right.
It's like got,
He's
it's got a bin on his head.
Quick, so who's got that .com? Get the .com. That's a band name.
Countbenface.com.
Hurry up.
I
sure he
like
has it.
Lord Buckethead, frankly.
Yeah,
I
Lord
don't know why
Buckethead's
he had to rebrand.
There's video of him doing a speech as Lord Buckethead. It is awesome. It is so awesome.
What does he say?
If we have that, it's crazy. Lord Buckethead speech. Just look it up. We'll try to find it, guys. It'll be right here.
It will be a shit show.
Well, we couldn't find it.
I didn't put it in.
Huh? What'd you think?
I know, but when you say,
I just fixed your editing.
yeah, but here's
I'm gonna
the
leave both of them
thing:
in.
we all got quiet and decided to be silent for about the appropriate time for a video when we could have just kept talking because that's what editing is.
I wanted to give him a space to edit. Nimrod, you don't want to make it
We
as close
stared
as
at
possible.
each other for like a full 8 seconds, I think.
Right, that's what
We're the
we're doing
idiots,
real time
is what I'm
edits.
saying.
I like that. No, I like that. It's way better. I'm just gonna plop it on top.
You're
and then
helping
no cuts.
You're helping him.
I'm sad. You're never here editing. We edit all day. We're
You're
building
not
stuff. We're doing
sad.
stuff, and you're just like, I can't believe you leave a space to edit. That's what you're supposed to do. Leave a space.
Not
to
that
edit.
long. Edit. That's what editing is. Snip,
Yeah, but-
split clip,
Here's-
insert
But here's
clip,
the problem.
join
Wow,
clip.
is this how it works?
Harry's razor clip
yes.
So and that's not how it works because here's what happens if you don't leave.
I've
space,
made lots of movies on iMovie, quite frankly. You can see my grandma teaching you to dance
Okay,
on
Scorsese.
Instagram.
Okay, Scorsese. I'm not going to argue with you.
Speed
But
this up.
Yeah.
You just need a little space of dead silence because if you don't, there's this little thing. And
Yeah,
you
I
gotta mess
know
with
that.
sound.
I know that. But did we need to wait the whole time?
'Cause otherwise it's
that's
like-
what I
and we
thought
were-
was
I waited
funny.
3 seconds.
And then we
you
were-
guys are psycho.
It's a
We
sharp
definitely
cut.
didn't. We sat and looked at
No,
each
but I had
other
to
in
think of-
silence for a really long
Oh my
time.
God! I had to give him 2 things to say. I had to give him, we couldn't find it or we found it. So he had those things to say.
I like it. Thanks. Good. No, good
Yeah,
work.
you
Good
need
work,
to
good
you
work.
need to
Don't
be
kiss
him.
his butt.
He's not. He's like
Kiss
he
his
knew
butt.
exactly what I was doing.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Titus, give me
we're
something to edit around.
idiots. You know, we're dummies. Did you guys see that Kim Jong-un, he's spent over $500,000 on Russian horses? He wants to be like Vlad.
Wow.
Anyway, that's a
Well, that's a
side.
weird quote. So we got North Korea. North Korea and China don't get along though.
All the horses have the same
North Korea
hairstyle. Groom them.
Do you know what they could really
They got high top
use?
fades. All the horse with
all the
fades.
manes
Yeah.
are like
You know
that.
what they need in Korea because he's starving all of his people? They
Right.
need
Food?
Butcher Box. Yeah, they need food. But could Butcher Box can you ship internationally Butcher Box? That's what I want to know. Also,
That would freak them out. They haven't had that. They haven't had
Can
that,
you imagine?
that quality level of meat. Butcher Box just shows up. That's how we. By the way, that's how we take down North Korea. You send them 10,000 boxes of Butcher Box meat. They'll be like, "These are awesome," and then they'll take their government over.
that's why no Butcher Box. He doesn't want Butcher
No,
Box.
he doesn't
Everybody
want
gets
to-
really strong and
Yeah,
just like they
exactly.
get bulked up.
They're all proteined out.
You
I
had
am
an
in
interesting.
ketosis.
You
Go to
had
Kyiv.
interesting. Oh, he was impressed that you knew ketosis. I was full on in ketosis in the end of my training.
Yes, you were.
You said something the other day on speaker in the car that you did the math. You have figured out that
Oh yeah,
what you're doing now is
Yeah.
going to Trader Joe's, right?
yeah. So looking at what I like about something like a mail Butcher Box is like you can really budget out your
Right.
your whatever you need to budget out.
Every
Right.
meal,
I
you
like
can
that.
actually plan
You
meals.
can plan it all
Yeah,
out
yeah.
like however far ahead.
You know what you're spending. You know what you have.
You know
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and especially as a single dad,
Oh, God.
you need to.
Or you're
Cue
not
the sad
exactly
music.
a
No,
single
I
dad
know.
yet.
There can be only one. We're gonna put some sad music in there.
You're not yet. Another month or so.
He's actually
coming.
been a single dad for quite a while, but yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
Well, no. I
Yeah, in
mean,
a way.
Kinda.
In a lot of ways.
Oh,
in a lot of
okay.
ways.
So we
Oh.
should just
Say.
we should just lay this out.
no.
We gotta tell him.
No.
Wait,
he says you don't.
All right, we'll give you.
I
We'll give you
I
in
know the
future.
time. I know the time. Okay.
You'll know the time.
Yeah, I know the time.
But
there
there's
will be a
story.
time.
Man, is there a story?
Yeah.
Right. But
Stay
we just
tuned.
tease it every week.
Yeah. I'm that close. Like each. We'll get there. Anyway.
Speaking of that, meat. So it's hard to find.
Yeah, grass fed.
Yep.
Good grass fed meat. That's hard to find.
You also don't in the supermarket. You don't know what the hell you're buying. You really
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
You really don't.
Free range organic chicken, also difficult. Heritage breed pork, wild caught salmon. This is 100%
I have to be
grass fed
honest,
finished
I've
beef.
never had a better chicken breast than the ones we got from Butcher Box.
Yeah, and it's expensive when you buy them at Whole. If you could do this at Whole Foods, like I was trying to do before,
Right.
it's insane.
Yeah.
Right.
So also it's humanely sourced and sustainable, so it's better for the environment. So every month they will ship you a curated selection of high quality meat right to your house, but you can go online and drag and drop and pick what you want depending on whatever your diet is. All meat is free of antibiotics and added hormones. Every box has 9 to 11 pounds of meat in it, so it's 24 meals. Packed fresh, shipped frozen, and vacuum sealed. So customized is the jam. You got to go try this out. It's what we do.
Any meal that you've cooked from Butcher Box, I've always. You know what I do this? This should be their commercial.
And it should be black and white and then color. Because you're so used
black
to
and white
this.
up till I get
yeah.
it as the fork, but the meat's in color the whole time. As it goes in my mouth, my face just from color.
Yeah, right,
there
right.
you go, perfect.
And
All the
don't
way
want
out.
to
We're
lay
kissing
on
their
this
ass at
too
this
much,
point.
but you don't have to leave the house. So, yeah, in fact, Butcher Box, we forgot. You should send us some more.
Oh yeah, and the box that it comes in, the guy who's delivering it, only the box is in color.
Yeah.
Totally.
You know, that's- hey,
Totally.
now.
Right now, and then the color enters the house but there we
Right.
go.
Just got to figure out how to eat through a mask now.
Tying it all together. I like it. Put a bow on it. There you go.
That is not a bow. That's a pile of poop. That's a steaming bag of poo is what that is on top of this ad. Right now, Butcher Box is offering new members ground beef for life. So for the life of your subscription with them, that's 2 pounds of ground beef in every box for the life of your subscription, plus $20 off your first box. Just go to butcherbox.com/Titus, or you can enter Titus at checkout, butcherbox.com/Titus or Titus at checkout.
Awesome. News stories.
Oh my gosh. That's going to get you far.
Did you see what's going on in India right now?
I cut you.
Okay, so I think we think that white people are only racist. So there's a bunch of Hindus in India that are beating the shit out of, like, they're attacking mosques. There was video today of them just beating the shit out of Muslims, whipping them and stuff. That's going on in India right now. I don't. What
chaos.
They looked
crazy
chaos. It feels like.
I was smiling not at that. I was remembering last night watching Rachel Maddow, and they said they had it on the screen that about coronavirus and how it has actually, they've blocked the pilgrimage to Mecca. Right. I mean, it's just a big deal. Yeah. Saudi has blocked anybody traveling, all this stuff, but they said that it has infected several holy Shiite cities. And I was sitting alone in bed because you had gotten up to go get something. I was like,
yeah. Where are we going? To the holy Shiite city. Holy Shiite. This is impressive.
Holy Shiite. There's a lot of coronavirus. I mean, yeah.
Holy
this is
Shiite.
why.
Is there Muslims here? There's a lot of Muslims here. Holy Shiite. This is a lot of Muslims. We're stupid.
We're five.
Yeah,
we're completely. The things that we laugh, as much as people say that he's an intellectual
I can still get
comedian.
blown out by Tough Shed. That company, Tough Shed. Oh man!
Yeah.
Hey, you want to build a house? Hey, Tough Shed.
Yeah.
I don't give a shack. I'm four. Sorry.
Holy Shiite.
So why are the Hindus beating the Muslims?
I don't know, man. It's religion. So isn't all religion based in accept your fellow man, turn the other cheek? Mm-hmm. It's amazing how people bastardize everything.
Did you see that speech that AOC gave in Congress?
No.
She said, let me pull it up, because she said, let's see, I don't want the video.
What was she talking about? What was the gist
she
of
was
it? What was the gist
talking
of it?
about.
So we don't have this dead air. That's
Shut up. We could just put a video in.
Yeah. Let's pause it. Okay, go. Shut up.
I don't know where it is, but anyway, she gave a speech talking about rights of LGBTQ. And she said that my religion, my faith, not my religion, my faith, this is a loose quote, tells me to love every man and to accept every man. And she said, if Jesus, you guys should go watch it, it's much better than what I'm paraphrasing. She said, if Jesus walked in here right now saying to accept the stranger and, whatever, blah, 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 she goes, you would all kick him out. And everyone
He'd be in a camp. He'd be in a camp right now. Yeah. Healing it. Yeah. Just go see the guy in the other cage. Well, he'll just cure you.
I wish I could find
the new camp is packed with people that they can all see now. And there's fish all over the place. Fish and bread. Gee, who's here? Is it,
And all the sick are here, and
they're also, everybody can
everyone's
see.
Getting healed.
There was a guy in a wheelchair. They're now using it to bring groceries in. And where are the groceries coming from? Just more fish. They keep bringing in.
Oh, they also passed an anti-lynching bill today in the House.
They made lynching a hate crime,
which is very anti-lynching.
As I said, maybe they'll get
4 people voted against it.
4 people. How do you in 2020? How do you vote against the? Yeah, no. And lynching is not a hate crime. Sometimes it's just a signal. You're just sending a message.
I don't know why, but Justin Amash was one of them. I'm confused what's buried in this bill that has people. Here it is. If Christ himself walked through these doors teaching that we should love our neighbor and our enemy, that we should welcome the stranger, that we should fight for the least of us, he would be maligned by you as a radical and rejected.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then she goes on about how her own faith tells her to love and accept every man. And it's an awkward moment for some people.
Justin Amash is not who you think he is. He didn't like that these guys, he by the way, just so you know, I think he's dead honest, but he is hardcore conservative. He was one of the head guys at the Tea Party. So he's hardcore conservative. He doesn't like that these guys are criminals and aren't doing what they say they're supposed to do. I like him for that.
But why would he not want lynching to be a hate crime? I can't.
That's what I'm saying. He's still super conservative. Maybe they'll get to walking the plank next. If in 2020 it took them to get to lynching, right? Walking the plank.
Will we still have burning women at the stake?
Yeah.
What was that one that we just
make burning
changed?
witch is a hate crime next.
Right.
How long does it take to just go? Can we just do a blanket? Don't do this shit anymore, Bill. In America,
anything murdery, we don't want that.
Murder-ish. Yeah, anything murdery against somebody of a certain color or race and religion. Man,
bad.
Make it all hate crimes. Yeah.
Okay, he said...
Call it the Don't Be a Dick Bill.
He said H.R. 35 bans activities that are already illegal under federal law, and it's based on the unconstitutional federalization of criminal punishment, which is a threat to our civil liberties and civil rights, particularly for people of color. To be clear, the bill does not make lynching a new federal hate crime. Murdering someone on account of their race or conspiring to do so is already not legal under federal law. It's already a federal crime, and it's already a hate crime. So
basically this was for publicity for the Republicans to say, look what we're doing because it's an election year. Basically they're saying they did lynching as specifically, when you think of lynching, you think specifically of black people who were lynched. And so basically Republicans passed this bill as in a bipartisan manner so they could say, see black people, see how good we are?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. And Amash called him on it. I like him even more now. I take
said
back all I said.
It's already illegal. He said the main effect is to expand the punishment for such crimes. The bill was originally passed 120 years after the first anti-lynching legislation.
Okay.
So there you go.
So they're just spinning their wheels. They're doing nothing.
Yeah, could we vote on any of the things that are on McConnell's desk right now? You know, he just called recess.
How about election security?
During all of this?
Can we pass election security?
No. We're busy talking to Russia right now. We can't.
We
can't take your call.
How about infrastructure? Can we get that moving?
No. My wife right now, she's getting a massage. Elaine Chow, she's transportation secretary. She's getting a massage that was paid for by
can we get
his name? Sergey.
Can we get this Chinese trade deal handled?
Oh, my wife is Chinese, actually, coincidentally, that you said that. And her dad, we've got a lot of things going on together, actually. They're paying for a lot of things, like our house and our trips and other things.
Don't no longer accept the abnormal as normal. It takes 20 minutes, 5 minutes. Call your congressman and go, stop it. Stop it now or you're going to lose your job. That's what I've been doing. Do me a favor. Come see the show. Next week, we're going to be in Hollywood, Florida at the Improv, Hollywood Improv. Yes, next week. Yes.
You're going to drive there.
We're not going to be there?
We're driving.
You're driving.
Oh, we're driving. We're not getting in an airplane.
Yes.
We're not going to get in a tube
should
full
get
of
there
disease.
by next week.
Wait, we're not going to get in a tube full of disease. I like that tube. Our
Hard Rock Hollywood, the March 5th through the 8th.
Hard Rock
Thursday
Hollywood
through Sunday.
March 5th through 8th. This weekend, Brea Improv. So tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday, Brea Improv. New show, Carrying Monsters.
And then Raleigh Improv is coming up March 20th through 22nd.
Yay!
Raleigh Atlanta Center Stage Theater the weekend after that. Chattanooga, we had to add a second show. So for that Sunday, the 29th. So
Are we just doing
two
Saturday
shows.
and Sunday? Are we doing
2 shows?
That's all we're doing?
In Chattanooga.
2 nights? We're just doing those 2 nights?
3 shows.
Just, that's all there is?
3. Do you know what we...
Oh, no! God. Everyone out! Everyone out!
We'll see you later.
Wow, it's coronavirus. I just sneezed up a line.
That's how it begins.
We did just fly back from JFK on an international flight.
We're screwed. We need to just
plane.
stay in this building. All right, get back in camera.
I'm good. I'm good.
I sneezed in my shirt. My nipples now have the coronavirus. Guys, thanks for listening and watching the Titus podcast. Do me a favor. Go to ChristopherTitus.com. If you want to go to Combustion Speedwear. If you want to get one of these shirts, this is a piston and a connecting rod. If you don't know what this is, on the back of the shirt says, if you don't know what's on the front of the shirt, slap your father. Go to Combustion Speedwear if you want to get into these cool shirts. If you want to get any of my comedy specials, go to ChristopherTitus.com. We are editing the lovely Bombshell Ray's comedy special right now. It's really good. I was editing it till about 9 o'clock last night. It's really good. I'm tuning it up now, and it'll be coming out soon. By March what?
You're not. Fetus is going to tune
March
it
27. No, I'm editing it down.
Yeah, and then enter Fetus.
Yeah, after he does.
Cue Star Wars music. Well, it's what he does. Okay.
Everyone pause.
Been doing it since my own TV show 20 years ago.
You were not sitting,
Yes, I did.
editing,
I sat
and
with him.
sitting.
I did.
I know you sit with
I
him,
would
but I
sit-
just want Fetus to fine tune.
That's what I'm doing on Premiere
He's
right
a
now.
fine tuner.
You know, it's weird. You meet somebody, they love you, think you're the best person in the world. They think you're competent and incredible.
I do.
And then as you be around them long enough, after you've tripped a couple times or said something stupid or misspelled words
Or worn short pants.
or worn short pants that were hers,
We're not paid
they
vets.
start to feel like you're an idiot.
No, I don't think you're an idiot, but I think you're a comedian. That's
You
your
think?
that's your thing. And what I very much believe, and he was told this by the guy that owns Schumacher Batteries: find the best people that you can find in their field and pay them more than you think that they're worth. But find the best people in their field. So
And they will make you rich. That's what
and
he
they,
said.
whatever. I paraphrase everything, but you are, I believe, the best comic working.
Wow. That's very nice of you. That's very nice of you. Untrue, but very nice. Thank you.
Cutting bathroom shelves, maybe not.
I'm pretty good. They worked. They fit the first time.
They work, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you're the best comedian working, period.
They fit the first time. I measured them for...
You're rivaling dead people that were really good, too. I mean, really good. And I'm not going to
Shelves
say
worked
names.
in the bathroom. I actually cut the shelves here yesterday.
You
They
guys
worked
should
fine.
hear him tell a joke, because holy moly.
But my
Holy moly, this new show,
And the shelves were awesome.
holy shiite.
They're awesome.
They are awesome.
Oh, my God. All right. Do you want to say anything before we go, Highlander?
Let's see.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah. No, I have nothing to say. Was that worth the wait?
Can we insert a video?
Yes.
Could you put in like a My Little Pony clip when we asked
No, we should
you
put
to
a
say
video of him
something?
singing it when he was in his band.
There you go. Oh, there you go.
All right, guys.
Oh,
go to
this
Chris-
guy looks like the bin head right there.
There you go.
Also,
Yep.
that's
Go to
something.
ChristopherTitus.com,
That
guys.
was not
Get
worth
it.
waiting.
Wasn't worth waiting for.
Please, if you want to see our tour dates, go to ChristopherTitus.com. Please go to Amazon. My new special that we just filmed a little while ago, Amerigeddon, is out. Watch it. Leave a review, because the Trump people seem to hate it. Although I went after Hillary too, but I did tell the truth about Trump and they didn't like it. Also, Special Unit.
Which is what their reviews are about, not
Yeah,
about the
it's
special.
never about the special.
Trump is the best president in America. It's like that you didn't review. Okay.
You watched the whole special, obviously. Also, Special Unit with my friends and great actors. Billy Gardell's in it, Bombshell's in it. Go see Special Unit on Amazon Prime. It's awesome.
And click through the Amazon link on his website page. It helps us
Whenever you buy
keep
something.
this beauty of a place open.
Yay.
Helps us fund the Prince party that's coming up
Woohoo.
in 5 weeks.
Yeah. So thanks for watching here at the Combustion Lounge. For myself, Bombshell Ray, and the amazing Highlander. Later.
Peace out.
There can be only one.
One. There can be only one. What the hell am I talking about?
Does he talk like that?
Yeah, there can be only one. No, it just sounds like a weird English guy.
Oh, no, the real Highlander. Is that a movie?
He does have a weird accent. He's like, there can be only one.
There can be
It's a
only
weird-
one.
Oh,
Yeah, it sounds.
really?
It's a guy who's obviously English is his third or fourth language.
Right, yeah.
I'll not go watch that.